Okay, so if you have any investor clients, you might pick up. It's not impossible to pick them up as a brand new agent because you're fast, your speed. You'll get them what they want. They want comparables, and they want the ARV. The ARV is the after repair value. So if the house is crap at the moment for $100,000, they want to know how much is the neighborhood kind of going for the comparable houses after they put in their renovations. So if you can get it for 100, he can put in 50, but the ARV is 200. He knows he can see his profit in there. It's your job as a realtor to figure this out. So I get asked this all the time, even in my first year. And I'm not an appraiser, and we don't go much off square footage here. If you go off square footage in your city, I would probably say that's a very great way to do it. Ours is all the houses are a little bit different. You kind of our neighborhoods are stigma like more expensive than others. So we got to really know that. Potentially the same in your neighborhoods. So you basically go on to either your board website or all the sales. We have a geo warehouse report. You guys will have something similar where it tracks every sale, ones that weren't even sold on the board, because if just two people sell it privately, no realtor had their stamp on it. You got to know about those sales too, and you can get caught being embarrassed if you miss those ones. Something just hit me in the head. It was raining, probably a drop. Anyways, so make sure you go on the geo warehouse, you pull up, so they'll be like, what's the ARV on X 123 Fake Street? And then you're like, all right, well, 124 Fake Street sold for 200,000. So now you kind of getting a picture. Maybe you do Google Street View at that point, and you're like, oh shit, that one had a garage or something, because maybe that's not reported on your systems. So you're really just kind of playing this game a bit. And to be honest, guys, always shoot a bit lower. So if it is the 200 ARV, I'd probably say 190 to 200, or 180, 200 based on your finishes, because you don't know what he's going to do. And the worst thing you could ever do is be like, yep, it's 250. And then the guy buys it and he loses money. And guess who he's going to come after? It's one of these ones. You would rather not get your offer accepted after you tell them an ARV, because you're going to be in their good books a lot more. And then if they find something private on their own time, they're still going to know who you are, and you potentially can list that property because you are the guy that gets them all the information, and maybe you go to lunch with them and this and that. But you're not the guy that was like, yep, you can sell us for 300 all day long, and it's a 200 ARV. Because you're like, well, if I tell him that, he's gonna offer 175, and I'll get paid some money. Wrong. Don't do this. I know you're in your first year. You're just gonna step on your what. So don't do that. Okay, so just really get the spread of the property selling in that neighborhood, and figure out a comparable house and get an ARV, and always go a little bit lower just to cover your butt. That's what I would say on that. And I have flippers right now, honestly. So what am I, 2.5 years in as an agent right now? I've probably put in 100 offers with the guy. Honestly, I don't think I've ever got him one buyer, because these guys offer so low. And the problem is, when the property is already cheap, the wannabe flippers and potentially the boyfriend girlfriend home buyers just outbid him. But what I'm doing is building that relationship, and I'm very quick at offers. It can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, fire it off. It's all DocuSign. I'm building that relationship with the flipper, and then when he went and got a sale in a courthouse, it was I don't know, the guy lost his property, and my guy bought it for he bought it for nothing, 30 grand or something like that. And the ARV on this, which I gave him, was 490, and he bought it for 30, 40 grand or something like that. Anyways, we listed it at 500 or something. I ended up double ending it, and I made $20,000 on that deal in London, Ontario. So, oh, well, you're wasting your time with all these other ones. Am I, or am I building my network and my relationships with these people? Okay. There are going to be these people that take advantage of you and just think I'm just going to put low balls across the city. That's not what this guy's doing. And if you do start getting these people, you're going to want to eventually nip them in the butt. It's going to be really hard in your first year when this is all you got. Think of that on the opposite way. You're learning a lot. It sucks learning and not getting paid, but it's only going to make you a better realtor. Quickly pulling up the data, getting it off, figuring out how to offer under stress when time's at an essence. So yeah, so there's been an ARV. Gave him an ARV and then I got the listing. We didn't even, it wasn't something I was offering on. These flippers can also be like, I know, I saw a sign in front of a house and it's falling apart. No realtors involved. I can save realtor fees. But they ask a realtor, what do you think I could repair this to? The after repair value. Tell him the dollar value. He buys the property. And then for something like that, maybe he spends the next amount of time fixing it up. And guess who gets to put their nice sign on the lawn for sending off a form or data, some knowledge to a flipper, and you get to look good in an open house that you brand yourself at. But then I guess you care about this open house because it's your listing, but you're powerful. And these are usually beautiful properties because they're flipped, and then you don't even have like emotional home buyers when you're dealing with flippers. Flippers, where's the numbers? I want my money quick. Like, do you think they'd close in 4 months? Lady, it's vacant. Like, you better be closing in 30 days here. We're not paying, like, unless you're paying a lot of money, then we'll sit vacant. But what do you think the seller would want? I don't know, fast closing. So anyways, so that's my ARV tips. Get the information to your investors. Try to cover this again, but like, you might see it on my YouTube channel, but like, you can meet these people when you host your investor meetups. And they just say, hey, I'm thinking about buying this one. What do you think what's the ARV? And tell them, and you can make a lot of money. And that's the goal, 100K in the first year. Let's do it.